Your breath, how long you're inhaling, exhaling, the ratio of the two, how long you're holding your breath, greatly affects your brain state. Picture someone sleeping, breathing really deeply and really slowly, and picture someone having a panic attack, hyperventilating, going. So two completely opposite brain states and two completely different breathing patterns. So I'm going to show you how you can use different breathing patterns to affect your brain state. I've got different patterns to induce different states, whether you want to wake up, focus, calm down. So take some notes. Hopefully you've got your phone open or a sheet of paper. You can write down these patterns so you can use them in the future. Because if you don't, you're probably not going to remember them. You're not going to use them. You're just wasting your time watching this video. So anyway, I'm Matt Bell. I like to live a physically, mentally, and spiritually healthy lifestyle. And my goal with these videos is to help you all do the same and to make progress towards your goals and aspirations. So if you're working on a big goal or you've got some struggle holding you back in life, leave me a comment and I'll make you a video to help you out. The first pattern is called cyclic hyperventilation. This is going to give you the quickest and most noticeable effects. You can use this to wake up and increase adrenaline. Use it first thing in the morning if you're groggy and slow. Use it before cold exposure or before some intense sports. Something you've got to be alert for when you need to be ready for anything to happen. What you're going to do is you're going to inhale sharply through your nose and then passively exhale, let the pressure relieve itself through your mouth or force it out a little bit. You're going to do this about 25 times to 40 times. And at the end of it, you're going to exhale fully, hold that for a second, and then regulate your breathing back to a manageable pace. So I'll just give you a few repetitions to show you what it's like. And even after just a few repetitions, 10 seconds, my brain's getting tingly, feeling awake, everything's looking brighter, my field of vision's widening. I feel like I'm ready to catch a ball if someone throws it at me quickly or anything like that. Carbon dioxide isn't just a byproduct or waste of breathing oxygen. You actually need certain levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide. By breathing out quickly, you're gonna up the oxygen to carbon dioxide ratio in your body. This is gonna stimulate the release of a hormone EPO, which is gonna increase the production of red blood cells, which will transfer more oxygen to all your muscles and everything in your body for greater physical capability and endurance. And the lowered carbon dioxide puts you in this fight or flight state where you're ready for anything to happen. You've got increased adrenaline, so you can move fast, you're ready to go. Like I said, it wakes you up, so don't use it too close to bedtime, or you're just gonna speed your brain up when it's trying to slow down. You're gonna mess up your sleep. Number 2 is for all-day breath optimization. About 99.9% of people are breathing too fast in their everyday life. Notice this the next time you're breathing automatically, you're breathing shallowly, too quickly. And if you slow it down, you will lower your blood pressure, lower your anxiety. Even if you don't have a ton of anxiety, lowered anxiety is always good. So you want to slow your breathing rate to a point where you're starting to feel that hunger for more oxygen. So essentially as slowly as you can continue to do indefinitely at a resting state. What this looks like for me is about this pace. Where automatically I would usually be breathing about twice as fast as that. So how you can train your body to automatically breathe slower is with this technique. It's also important that you train yourself to breathe through your nose. That's the healthier way to do it. There's a million different benefits all throughout your body from breathing through your nose. It's hard at first if you breathe through your mouth, but it becomes easy quickly. And then you're gonna get more oxygen absorption. You're gonna have to breathe less frequently. It's just better all around, trust me on that. It was important to do nasal breathing for this practice. How we're gonna do it is you're gonna breathe in through your nose. Don't hold it, breathe out through your nose. The same duration for each. Start at 4 seconds and increase the length as you can until you get to a point where you're almost uncomfortable. And this is to train your body to breathe like this even when you're not thinking about it. So every time you think about it, just practice this breath work. This looks like, obviously, is just very simple. In, out, same duration. Practice it as much as you can. In through the nose, out through the nose. And breathe into your belly as much as you can. Rather than lifting your chest, your lungs should expand down and out into your belly. Third routine is called box breathing. You'll understand why it's called that. You inhale for a set amount of time, hold it for the same time, exhale for the same time, hold that for the same time, and repeat over and over again. If you visualize it on a graph, just a bunch of squares. So, probably start with around 4 seconds. I'll show you what it's like. Keep doing that over and over again. It's another easy one to learn. And what this is useful for is longer term stress reduction. The next one is for if you're in intense panic and you need to calm down quickly, like if you're having a panic attack before sports, use that. If you've got some more time, you can practice this for 5 minutes before bed. That's where it's going to be most effective. This technique is used by the Navy SEALs to stay calm. Got a ton of very powerful, scientifically proven techniques to stay calm or to fall asleep quickly. It's very important for these high performers to control their mind state, so that's why they use techniques like these. How this works is it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which rather than the fight or flight state we talked about earlier, it's rest and digest. So this is giving your body the time and energy to calm down, do all the stuff that's gotta get done, like digestion and all the maintenance of your body that isn't getting done when you're stressed out. You should be in this state 99% of the time, and you want short, high spikes of adrenaline and fight or flight. So once you're in this state, it's gonna lower your blood pressure, which is great for health. Gonna lower cortisol, which is mostly responsible for anxiety, and it will lower your frequency of thoughts. So if your mind's racing or thinking about a whole bunch of negative stuff, getting more into this state is gonna slow that down, give you more control over your thoughts. Start meditating or thinking positive thoughts if you need to. So like I said, the Navy SEALs use this one, so you definitely should too. Number 4 is the physiological sigh, similar to the previous technique, although it's a shorter term, more powerful technique. So if you're having a panic attack, you can't concentrate on box breathing, it's not working, you're gonna wanna do this one first to get yourself from way up here to down here to a more manageable level. So you can use this if you're having a panic attack, or if you need to calm down really quickly, you're anxious before a speech or presentation or whatever. Got 90 seconds between rounds of boxing or whatever. Use this technique to calm down by a great degree and very quickly. How you're gonna do it is you're gonna breathe in through your nose until you can't anymore, and then force a little bit more air in. I'll show you. exhale slowly and fully. Like I said, the longer exhale is going to calm you down because of CO2 and oxygen and everything we talked about. Perform this at least 3 times. Not going to get too much benefit after like 10 times, so 3 to 5 times is usually what's recommended, because you're trying to inflate these collapsed alveoli in your lungs. You probably remember in high school biology or elementary school, you see the lungs, it's like a bunch of tree branches, then there's smaller branches coming off of those. At the very end, you have a bunch of really tiny air sacs that fill up and deflate. Some of them are collapsed. They're not working when you're inhaling. It just happens over time, I guess. When you perform this last snap of air into your lungs, it opens them up. So now you're getting air into more alveoli, your lungs are working more efficiently. You're going to be able to get more oxygen into your lungs. So it is good to just perform it every so often, even if you're not stressed. Everything in your body is going to be working more efficiently, and you're going to get all the benefits of the previous technique where it lowers blood pressure, cortisol, calms you down and everything. This is kind of just like a reset to your mood to bring you down a bit. You'll see this automatically happen in all sorts of creatures, most notably humans. The sigh, sometimes people force a sigh when they're trying to show disdain. They go, but you'll notice that you do this automatically. If you're really angry, you're having an argument, I've noticed myself doing this automatically, even if I'm conscious of my breathing. I breathe in, and then my body forces another inhale. And that's just to calm you down. Obviously, when you're stressed, you might notice that when a dog's just laying next to you on a couch or something, you're all calm, it's quiet, and then you'll hear him go. That long, deep exhale, that's the same exact thing. The dog's trying to calm down, to relax. You also do this when you're about to cry, start sniffling. That's the same principle that your body's doing. So use this when your mood's way up here and you gotta bring it down here. If you're in bed and you just can't sleep at all, do this a few times, and then move on to the box breathing. And you can also use it to relieve cramps while running, and also sometimes to get rid of hiccups. I'm not sure exactly how it works. Like I said, it's kind of just a reset for your whole breathing system. Now we're on to number 5, which is really interesting. It's called Lung Gong, or internal air. It's used by Tibetan monks in both training and warfare, and it's been known to allow these monks to run for a whole day or longer without rest. This is similar to the all-day breath optimization pattern, although you may need to speed it up a bit. Because you're running, you're breathing more often to get more oxygen and everything in. How you're going to do it is start with 4 steps of inhaling, and then immediately 4 steps of exhaling. You're going to want to meditate on the far distance. By meditate, I mean just focus on that wholly. Eventually, your focus is going to wander. You're going to start thinking about other things. You're looking around at the scenery. As soon as you realize, bring it back on to that far distant point that you're looking at. This is going to make you kind of forget that you're running, forget that you're getting tired. It's going to allow you to run twice as far. You know, half of running is just mental. As well as meditating, you want to be breathing into your belly, breathing through your nose as long as possible. If the cardio gets intense, obviously you're going to have to breathe through your mouth. And eventually you're going to get really tired and out of breath. When that happens, exhale fully. And continue with the pattern. You can use this with all kinds of cardio: running, cycling, skipping rope. And you're going to want to control your breathing while you're lifting weights as well. This can usually be a bit slower than while you're running. You're still going to need a lot of oxygen, so if you need to breathe through your mouth, do so. You don't want oxygen to be the limiting factor of your lifts, that's just a waste. You're gonna time it with the tempo of your lift. Inhale as you're bringing it down. So say you're doing a bench press, you bring it down, breathe in. And then push that air down into your belly and sort of expand it, embrace it against your abs. So the air is pushing out, abs are pushing in. It's gonna make you nice and stiff. Purse your lips, breathe out. You're gonna have to really force the breath out. But rather than opening your mouth and going, that's really gonna keep you a lot stiffer, a lot more stable. You're gonna be able to lift more. So, as you now know, breathing affects everything in your life. 24/7 you're breathing, and it's always affecting your brain and your body's state. So use these protocols as often as possible to always have your mind and body in the state that's most conducive to whatever you're doing. If you want any more help, click the link in my bio to get one-on-one help. Other than that, thanks for watching.